We're going to divide decimals without a calculator. So here we go. They're not that bad, really. So let's say I have 5 into 1.15. This is the easiest one when I divide by a whole number. If I divide by a whole number, all I do is bring my decimal up. I don't move it anywhere. Then I do my division normally. 5 is too big for 1. It goes to an 11 2 times, so there's my 2. I multiply these. 2 5 is 10. The rule is subtract, bring down. 5 into 15 is 3. I multiply. 3 times 5 is 15. I'm done. My answer is 0.23. All right, I'll do one more of these. Let's say I have 4 into 14 and 24 hundredths. If I have no decimal on the outside, all I do is bring it up. Then I do my normal division. 4 into 14 is 3. I multiply these. 3 times 4 is 12. The rule is subtract, bring down. 4 into 22 is going to be 5. I multiply. 4 times 5 is 20. The rule is subtract, bring down. 4 into 24 is 6. 6 4s are 24. That's it. So it's not so bad. All right. 3. Let's say I have 0.4 into 6.32. The problem is I cannot divide by decimals. In other words, this was a whole number. This was a whole number 4. If it's a decimal, I do whatever it takes to make it a whole number. In this case, to make this a whole number, I only have to move that one place. If I move that one, I move this one. So I move it 1 and bring it up before I do anything. It's between the 3 and the 2. Then I just do my normal division. 4 into 6 is 1. I multiply these. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract, bring down. 4 into 23 is going to be 5. 4 times 5 is 20. Subtract, bring down. 4 into 32 is going to be 8. 4 8 to 32. My answer is 15.8. No big deal. All right, we'll do another one. Let's say I have this one, a little more decimals. 0.002 into 14. All right, so now this deals with other things. First of all, I have to know that every whole number has a decimal point on the end. So now, I can't divide by a decimal. I do what it takes to make it a whole number. So I move this 3. 1, 2, 3. So that means I have to move this 3 too. So I have to add 3 zeros. So it's 1, 2, 3. Now my decimal point's way over there. I do my division. 2 into 14 is 7. 2 7s are 14. But now, if you notice, we have a problem. Here's my 7. My decimal point's way over there. You cannot stop. I have to put my zeros in. So my answer is 7,000, not 7. And this is the one people mess up. All right, let's do 2 more. Let's say I have one like this. 0.7 into 21. After any whole number, there's a decimal point. I can't divide by a decimal. I have to make it a whole number. So in this case, I move it 1. I have to move this one. So my decimal point's over there. So now, 7, I can't just put my 3 over here. 7 doesn't go into 2, but it goes into 21. So my 3 is over the 1. 3 times 7 is 21. Subtract, bring down. So your answer is going to be 30. Make sure you know it's not 3. People miss this one all the time. We'll do one more. Let's say I have one like this. 2.6 into 0.12208. I'm dividing by decimals. I can't divide by a decimal. I have to make it a whole number. So that means I move this one. That means I move this one. So my decimal point has to go between those 2 zeros. Now I do my division. First of all, 26 doesn't go into 0, 0. It doesn't go into 2. God, 26 doesn't go into 20. It's going to go into 208. So, I'm going to try an 8 here. 6 8s are 48. 8 carry 4. 2 8s are 16. And it's going to be 8. The problem is my decimal point's way over here. And I have an 8 here. You can't leave that. You have to fill these in with zeros. And that's where people go off. So it takes a little practice. That's it. Sometimes when we divide decimals, it doesn't come out even. If it doesn't come out even with decimals, we don't leave a remainder. We keep going, or we'll be told to round. So let's say I have this. 4, this is just number 1. 4 into 1.7. No decimal on the outside. I bring this up. I get a 4. 4 times 4 is 16. The rule is subtract. So now, they didn't tell me to round, so I just got to keep going, which means I add a 0, bring it down. 4 into 10 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract. Again, they didn't tell me to round. Add a 0, bring it down. 4 into 20 is 5. So if they tell me to round, I know how far to go. If they don't, I continue going until I can stop. So my answer is 0.425. We'll do one more like that, then we'll round. If I have to divide 5 into 2.37, I bring my decimal up. So I'm going to get a 4. 4 5s are 20. Subtract, bring down. 7 5s are 35. Subtract. But now there's a remainder. They didn't tell me to round. Add a 0, bring it down. So now I have 4 5s are 20, so that's my answer, unless they tell me to round. Alright, if I have one like this, 7 into 21.3. And on this one, they're going to tell me to round to nearest hundredth. So I bring my decimal up. So I get a 3. 3 7s are 21. Subtract, bring down. 7 is too big. It doesn't go into 3, so it's a 0. So now, they want me to round to the nearest hundredth. To the round to the nearest hundredth, if you remember, I have to look at one extra. So I add a 0, bring it down. So I'm going to get 4 7s are 28, subtract. But I'm not done. Just because I have hundredths doesn't matter. I have to round to the nearest hundredth. So you have to go one extra. So I have to add another 0, bring it down. Because if this is 5 or more, I raise it. Otherwise, I don't. So 7 into 20 is going to be 2. 2 7s are 14. This is less than 5. So I look at my 4. I look to the right. It's less than 5. My answer is 3.04. And we'll do one more. Let's say I have one like this. 30 into 1.7. So, nothing, no decimal here. I just bring this up. 30 is too big for this. I get a 0. So, 0 times anything is 0. So it's the same. So I'm going to add a 0. So now, 3 into this is going to be 5. 5 zeros are 0. 3 5s are 15. Subtract. So now, I didn't bring down anything, but they didn't tell me to round, so I have to keep going, bring down another 0. So look what happens here. I get a 6. 6 zeros are 0. 3, 18. Subtract, bring down. Add a 0. Bring it down. I get a 6. 0. 3 6s are 18. Subtract. I could add another 0. Bring it down. You can see this is a repeater. So if I have a repeater, I write my answer 0.056. And I just put a bar over the digit that's repeating. That's it.